I flew 8,250 miles to get revenge on my ex. How true is that last statement? About 60% true. If you're a follower on my Twitch, then you know I took a trip to Thailand and Japan for about 2 months, mostly to stream, but it was really for a dream that I've had ever since I was 16. Always, my dream was to visit Thailand and Japan before I turned 25. And if you're also a follower of my Twitch, then you know it went terribly wrong. It went so bad. Hey! 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 Why? January 1st, 2024. I made a goal. I had 1 more year to do this. So I got 2 jobs. And for the entire year, I had planned to work 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, which I did pull off. It was going pretty good until I got in a relationship. Originally, the trip was supposed to be Thailand, Japan, Philippines, South Korea, Vietnam, and you know me, Mr. Loverboy. I even modified my trip to accompany her because I fell so hard. I fell hard. I loved her a lot. I modified my trip to take her to the Philippines for her birthday. And if you can't tell already, the relationship I'm talking about is a Thai girl. She lived in Thailand. But instead, she's getting this video for her birthday. My only rule for 2024, while I was working these 2 jobs, 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, was no relationships. And I fucked that up so hard. On the surface, she was everything that I wanted. Perfectly my type. To the point of like straight up marriage. So I fell for her really fucking hard. To the point where like I was giving up the extra time of sleep that I had to call her every single day. And that was just already an awful idea already. Why? She would gaslight me for going to work, literally calling me, screaming, and getting angry at me, telling me to like turn on my location to make sure I was going to work, all while she was texting other guys. When I fall in love, I'm like in love. I don't fall in love easy. So when I fall in love, I'm in love with the good times, the bad times, and everything in between. And if I just don't love somebody and they're acting up, I just fucking leave. I skate. But the gaslighting continued. I started leaving work earlier, skipping days, and sometimes just oversleeping because I gave my extra time to her to call. And that was the one problem for me is I was the one that was always making time, but she refused to make any time for me. It was very unfair because my schedule was like 10 times busier than hers. With the little time we had to talk, she would hang up or ignore me to go hang out with her own friends in my just my 6 hours of free time, which is also my sleep time as well. And then right after she comes home from her friends and shit like that, she would attack me for going to work because it was a 12-hour time difference. So I attempted this very mature thing called
communication.
And I decided to make a compromise. I come home from work. You can hang out with your friends. I don't care what you do. Go hang out. Like, that's your life. And I just play Valorant.
No balls. No balls. No! He actually did it! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And she would get angry at me for playing Valorant. That was my time, and it was also her time to hang out with her friends. And she would literally like call me with her friends and be mad at me for playing Valorant because she wanted to be on the phone with me while she's hanging out with her friends. My time schedule didn't work for me to hang out with my friends. They have very busy lives, and I worked overnight shifts. And then this went on for about 2 months. Until the worst possible outcome happened. I got LASIK eye surgery, as you can tell. I don't wear glasses anymore like in my old videos. After the surgery, I was in pain. I was disorientated. I had the fucking craziest headache like that. It just felt like my head was going to explode. And I decided to get on the phone with her because she was my comfort, but it turned out to be the fucking opposite. She was just nonstop, just like yelling at me just because I was resting. And I mentioned this, you know, before I called, like, hey, I won't be talking too much. I can't see. I have a huge headache. I just want to be around you while I rest because I enjoy your company. At the same time, I was also working. Got a burp. And so I was just working through the pain, still getting gaslit for going to work, yelled at, and this and that, until I got fired. My dream was over. My dream to go see Asia before I was 25 was completely shattered. She made me feel bad for going to work. Okay, the termination was because she made me feel like I was wrong for going to work, which made me feel bad to even. But whenever I had a real reason to feel bad about something, she would make me feel way worse just for feeling bad. I was in pain and disorientated, and everything just piled up into one thing, and I just self-destructed basically. This was my third attempt trying to do this trip. The first attempt was when I was in, who would have guessed, an abusive relationship, which is why I made the original rule of 2024 to be no relationships. And the third attempt was because of this global event that we like to call the pandemic. I fell into a deep depression and I attempted suicide, not once, twice. I never verbally blamed her. I never told her outright it's your fault. Never during the relationship. Only after the breakup, I had to tell her about the attempt. You know, I'm very open, I'm honest, and I make sure I say everything, you know? Even though we argued constantly pretty much, it does not justify what she would say next after I told her about my attempt. Didn't do it. Which what led me to my second attempt. I gave this bitch all my time, trust, and love, and the only thing that I got in return was just a pile of shit. I just had multiple mental breakdowns until it just had to end. Blocked, etc. Like, she didn't even try to hide the cheating anymore. She was just basically doing it out in the open. And one of the guys that she cheated on me with, I actually known him for about 3 years prior. I knew he was like kind of a fuckboy. Out of my own personal love, I kind of told her about him and that he was going to cheat on her like how she cheated on me. And I just didn't want that to happen to her. I just let her know everything, DMs and all, and evidence, and she just didn't listen to me. And that's when I was just like, well, okay, fuck it. But then she even sent him to me to DM me just to talk shit and make me feel worse than what I've already felt. And god damn, he was so confident. Let me tell you, he was so fucking confident. He felt so good. He was like, yeah, I stole your bitch. I did this and that. I stole your bitch. How's that? How's that? And then he even called me little bro. That's one thing you don't do. Nobody in this world will ever fucking little bro me. I will never get little bro. When he said little bro, that's when the fucking fire under my ass just came right up. And I was like, all right, we gotta do this. We gotta turn up. So I got out of my depression. If I can't fulfill my entire dream, then I will at least go to my 2 favorite countries, Thailand and Japan. So I got a refund on all my hotels, and I put all of my whatever money that I had, which is near zero, into those 2 countries just to get this revenge. So just for simplicity, let's call this person Hawk. I remember a joke I made back in Japan in December, so for the sake and the integrity of the joke, we're going to change his name from Hawk to L, mostly because of all the fucking L's he takes, so stick to the end of the video to see those L's, and because it's pretty similar to his real nickname, which is why the clip fits so perfectly. So while I was traveling through Thailand, she actually called me drunk, unblocked me, and called me drunk and crying while she was out drinking with these guys. And that's another caveat that I would get to in a second. But she kept it a secret from L, her main hoe. She has multiple like boyfriends and guys that she talked to at this point. And that was kind of like my green light. So once I got to her, we met outside her dorm, and then we went back to the hotel. and we got fucking busy. We got busy. The significance of it is that not only was she a virgin, but she supposedly, it's hard to believe considering how she is, she also never had her first kiss. In her words, not only did I take her virginity, but I took her first kiss. I was like Dio in this bitch.
落ち込んでるはずのあいつが最近浮かれてると思ったらこういうわけだったのか。
I was like fucking Dio.
初めての相手はジョジョではない。このディオだ。
So I took everything that he wanted from her. And the significance of her virginity would come back into the story later. But that first kiss was awful. It was terrible. Her breath was so fucking bad. Do you know like those dogs that eat like their own shit? I used to work with dogs. There was this one dog that would do that, and he would come up to me and try to lick me. So I know what it smells like. But I was okay with it at the time because neither of us planned to meet that night. So I'm like, maybe she just didn't have time to get ready. Sure. But we fucked like 5 times out of the span of 3 days. And all 3 days, her breath was fucking awful, like a fucking sewage pipe. So I just came to the conclusion that she just doesn't even brush her teeth. And this is coming from somebody with the most fucked up teeth you will ever see on YouTube. Even though my problem is genetics. But like I said, it was probably her first kiss. She's very known for lying. It's like she's more addicted to lying than a goddamn meth head to meth. That's how addicted to lying. Like, she just couldn't stop. Even like the smallest lies that was just completely harmless, it wouldn't have changed anything if she would have just been honest for those small things. But she would just lie about literally everything. And you know, during those few days we were smashing, everything was in place. She even bought me this fake Tommy Hilfiger jacket and a green shirt. We're gonna get back to the shirt in a second because this also goes hand in hand with her virginity situation. Now, phase 1 was over. She even helped me with phase 1 by recording a video on my goddamn device. So starting phase 2, I had to somehow get this information to him. I don't have his number, so the only way that I could think of getting his attention and texting him was his biggest weakness. Like I said, he was a fuckboy, so I used other girls. Every female friend that I had, he tried to flirt with during the relationship with my ex as well, and it worked easily. I texted my friend who hasn't texted him in months because she didn't want anything to do with him, and the first thing I told her to text him was, hey, can we call? And goddamn, he was so excited. He was so fucking horny. He was like, yeah, take my number now. And he called her then and there. I just wanted to get the screenshot of his phone number, but I got more than what I asked for. So what did I do when I started phase 2? I sent my ex the DMs of him trying to call her, and then I texted him and sent him the video that my ex recorded on my phone, and then I hit him with the absolute strongest little bro ever. I said, look, I smashed a girl about 5 times. A little bro. You wanted her so bad. And after talking around with all my female friends and getting his reaction and replies, I realized how worthless the revenge was, because he wasn't just a fuck boy. He's just a boy that wants to fuck, but he can't because no girl wants him except the girl that wanted to fuck all of mankind.
What do you think of that, Elle? This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
And that relationship was in complete flames because neither of them could control being a hoe. They were both hoes. And the best part about all of this, his reply was, shut the fuck up, you have an ugly nose. He couldn't find anything else to insult. I took it as a compliment because he basically said I was sexy. The only thing that is not sexy about you is that nose that you broke 2 times. I broke my nose 2 times, so yeah, it is ugly. But somehow it doesn't end there. Let's go back to the green shirt. She actually bought this shirt for a guy friend that she had, who I've known about during the relationship. She known him for a few years. She bought the shirt for him. It was his style too, but she gave it to me, and he was visiting Thailand a week after I left Thailand. She known about him coming to Thailand for a while. She stayed at his hotel throughout the entire time he was there. They fucked. During the relationship, he was just, you know, the guy friend. I was somewhat okay with it. I knew it was something weird going on, but she was fucking him while still trying to fix the relationship with L. She knew I was coming to Thailand before he was. Specifically, a month before he was. One of the things she first told me when we started talking, she said, I want to date somebody with sexual experience. And after many sexual convos, she understood I did not want to hook up with her unless we were in a relationship, because I liked her more than just a hookup. So she gave in and pretended to be in a relationship with me in order to use me for experience for her guy friend that she liked for many years before. I didn't think too much of it, but now I know why. She's like this guy, they've been talking, flirting, blah blah blah, for years before I met her. That's when I realized it may contradict a lot of her actions during the relationship, because she was gaslighting me for going to work, but she was just crazy like that. She was just completely insane. She basically just used me to get experience to go have sex with him. She did it. She never stayed at my hotel. She never went out drinking with me. The only thing she did was come to my hotel, have sex with you. The only time we did go out to the mall, so it was just me shopping and getting ready for Japan. She was just like getting all of this experience just so that she can have a good time with him. She was even going out and drinking with other guys, like strangers, to get that experience as well. She didn't want nothing to do with me. She just wanted to fuck me and have it be over. But it still doesn't end there. She would also stalk my streams. This right here, twitch.tv/itsmekiwi. The Z is after the T, 2 E's in the me. Go follow. We had this final 8-minute call to just end it all. After that 8-minute call, it was completely done. I knew what she wanted the entire time. I'm just going to now enjoy my Japan trip for what I can enjoy, because I didn't have money because I lost my fucking job. She would stalk my streams. So when she saw that I was happy and enjoying my trip, she sent one of her other side hoes to stalk me on Twitch. He stalked my Twitch and then joined the Discord on my Twitch. Thankfully, it wasn't the real server. It's the server that I'm still working on. And then he sent this. I'm going to ruin your life. You better pray Homeland Security doesn't catch you, motherfucker. And I'm just like, who the fuck are you? And then I remembered, oh, this is her side nigga, because I knew him too as well. So not only are you stalking me, but you got your side niggas to stalk me as well. You got all of your hoes trying to intimidate me. None of them are intimidating. And he just threatened me. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, bro. You can't do shit. And I didn't do anything wrong. You know, sure, morally I did something wrong, but not legally. It was consensual sex, and she wasn't even under any influence because she didn't want to drink with me, only with other guys. Call them. I was waiting for him to call them. I don't even think those are the right people that handle situations like that. I think they only handle terrorists. What the fuck? And that is the end of my villain arc. That Discord message is pretty much the only reason why I decided to just buckle down to make this video, because I now realize that I wasn't the villain in this story. I've done bad things. I used her to get revenge. Is all just one big reminder for 2025. Stay the fuck away from girls. My whole channel got ruined because of this relationship. So let's hope for a better 2020. And to kick off 2025, this is the shirt. Okay, no house fire. We're good.